So, The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon. That is a mouthful. I'm going to call it The Daryl Dixon Show. The Daryl Dixon Show, starring Norman Reedus. Or maybe, how about Daryl Goes to France? Daryl plays with his crossbow. Daryl rides his motorcycle. Daryl goes to France. France? France. Daryl goes to France. Anyways, Daryl Dixon, Norman Reedus. His solo spinoff was supposed to have Carol with him. Does not have Carol with him. Melissa McBride was like, nope, I'm too old for this shit. I'm going to go take a vacation, and good for her. The Walking Dead has been fairly relentless in its parade of new shows. The main show ended last November, and then we had Fear the Walking Dead's 8th season air its first half earlier this year, and it was so bad. Maybe the worst it's ever been, quite astonishingly, actually. Just when you think that they can't get any worse. Dead City with Maggie and Negan was actually pretty good. Nothing great, nothing special, but good. Like a decent story. And I really liked Jeffrey Dean Morgan in that show. He brought out some of the old Negan, and I think we got a deeper understanding of his character, which was nice. So now Daryl Dixon. The premise of this show is super strange. And I've only seen the first episode. I do have screeners for all 6, but I've decided to watch them one at a time each week with everybody else. I'll watch them ahead of time, but only one at a time. So I don't know what happens. I'm not any more in the know than anybody else. But basically, yeah, strange premise. Daryl is in France. We know that he was taken there by bad people on a boat because he tells one of the nuns he runs into that that's what happened. But we don't really know why or how or what the whole story is. I thought it was going to be more of like a Daryl doesn't know how he got there and he has to solve the mystery, but that's not the case. He knows. We don't know. Daryl knows. And I'm sure we'll find out more as the season goes on. He shows up, he wanders around, he gets burned by like an acid zombie, which we later learn are burners. He runs into some French people, a woman and a man pretending to be blind, and he helps them, but then they steal his shit and knock him out, and he's rescued by these nuns, and there's a convent of nuns, straight out of Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And this is where things get really weird. They say he's like been prophesied to come and take this boy Laurent to a place called the Nest, because Laurent is like the chosen one, the new Messiah, and I don't really know what's going on. That is such a far out premise for even for The Walking Dead. I don't love chosen one stuff to begin with. I don't love that this feels a lot like Joel taking Ellie across the country in The Last of Us. And I don't like the kid that much. I don't like that the nuns were all like battle nuns and they fight these thugs that come through and it's just a slaughter. They just get like shot to death. It's really weird. Like nuns could just, like I think more pacifist approach would be more fitting for nuns. But this is The Walking Dead, so none of it really makes sense. And then we learn that there's a boss lady in charge of, whatever happened to Daryl, why he was captured. And I guess there was a mutiny on the ship, and she wants her goons to go and find if Daryl survived. It occurred to me that virtually every bad guy in The Walking Dead now is a woman. At least the boss, the top primary antagonists. Alpha with the Whisperers, and then Pamela Milton in the final season of The Walking Dead. Since season 4B of Fear the Walking Dead, almost all the villains have been female. The big bad in World Beyond was a woman, and now in this show, a woman. I'm all for female villains. It just seems weird that all of the big bads are women now. A little variety maybe would be good. And also, it's like, what is this? What is AMC trying to say about women here, huh? All told, this episode was fine, I guess. I like the setting. France is a cool setting, but I don't understand. It just doesn't make sense to have Daryl be in France. Even with an explanation that like he came across in a boat, like who is using that much gas to get a boat across the ocean in the apocalypse? That doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. There were so many other locations in the New World, right? Whether other locations in the United States or Central or South America that would have been a lot closer, a lot more feasible, believable, plausible, blah, blah, blah. I do like Norman Reedus, and watching him as Daryl is always cool, and I like the fact that they're expanding the zombies into new mutant varieties. That's cool. But overall, I think this episode was a dud, and this show is not off to a really promising start. So let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and thank you so much for watching. Peace.